In 2000, we convened the board of directors for the first time and quickly went to work to develop a plan to build the most significant performing arts center in this country since Lincoln Center opened in New York City almost 50 years ago. In a few moments, we will announce our most important milestone yet, beginning the countdown to the grand opening of the Dallas Center for Performing Arts. Now I would like to introduce Karen Prothero, the Vice Chair of the Board of Directors of the Dallas Center and Chair of our fundraising committee.
We owe an enormous debt of gratitude to families like the Winspears for the $42 million contribution from Margot and Bill Winspear. In 2003, the voters of the City of Dallas passed a bond initiative that included $18 million in funding for the Dallas Center for the Performing Arts. The center will be a part of the fabric of our city. And speaking on behalf of all of my colleagues on the Board of Directors, we look forward to the day that we can open this center for the entire community, for everyone to enjoy the performing arts in this city as we have never done before. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Earl Jones.
As a student, I observed and participated in all forms of performance. Radio. One of my teachers at the American Theater Wing was the actor who created the persona Raymond. Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of man? And I learned that radio could fulfill drama by word alone. Television was in the stage of live, on-camera dramatic performance when I began, and later in TV miniseries like Lonesome Dove, I found a totally involving great adventure with my friend Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones. Then I had the thrill of the miniseries Roots Part 2, of trying to create the great Alex Haley after he left the Coast Guard and launched into a career of interviewing some of the most exciting persons of his time, like the American Nazi Party leader George Lincoln Rockwell. The honor for me was that I was able to contribute to a series that for the first time illuminated the tragedy of American slavery. Marlon Brando felt the same way. He insisted on playing the role of Rockwell for scale, which is no more than a few $100s a week. But because we're here to celebrate the vision of the Dallas Center for the Performing Arts, I owe my energies to a focus on live stage presentation and why it's important. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his act being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. And then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and shiny morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like Frenison, with woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice in fair round belly with good capon line, with eyes severe and bearded formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose, well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again to a childless treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is set in childishness and near oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
How would you like to have a fall of James Earl Jones? Thank you, Mr. Jones. It is my honor to have you here with us today, and fitting as an example of what is to come. My name is John Eagle, and I'm a member of the Board of Directors of the Dallas Center for the Performing Arts, and I also have the privilege of chairing the Center's Grand Opening Committee. Howard Helen and Karen Prothero have walked us through the past, reminding us of how we arrived at this point. Now I have the pleasure of giving you a glimpse of the future, a new era for the city of Dallas that begins in just 12 short months. When the Dallas Center for the Performing Arts opens, it will finally turn the dream of the Dallas Arts District into a reality. The eyes of the world will be open as we look at this marvelous new center. Dallas will be among the world's greatest destinations for art, for the performances and the place on the center stages, and for the visual arts and the architecture in the Dallas Arts District. The grand opening of the Dallas Center for Performing Arts will be a week-long celebration, designed to showcase every aspect of the center. There will be performances representing all of the art forms that will soon grace the stages of the center: opera, theater, dance, music, and Broadway, featuring some of the finest talent from around the world. We will also present programs that highlight the stunning architecture designed by Norman Foster and Rem Koolhaus and offer tours of these iconic structures. The grand opening will feature performances in every venue, from opera, ballet, and Broadway in the Windsor Opera House, to theater and dance in the Wiley Theater, to concerts in the Annette Strauss Artist Square, and performances in Salmons Park. There will be something for every person in our community to enjoy, from the young and the old, from every corner of our city, and many of these events will be free. And the celebration will not be limited to the Dallas Center for Performing Arts. For this historic moment in our city's history, we are collaborating with the groups across Dallas Arts District and throughout the city, like the Dallas Museum of Art, the National Sculpture Center, the Dallas Symphony Orchestra, all to create special programming celebrating this grand opening. The Dallas Center for the Performing Arts will be a spectacular festival of events, but it is only the beginning. From here, we will launch a year-long celebrations of firsts. The first performances in each of the Center's resident companies: the Dallas Opera, the Dallas Theater Center, Black Dance Theater, Texas Ballet Theater, Anita Martinez Ballet Fort Lorico, first Times performances, the first Broadway shows in the Center's new series, and much, much more. The Dallas Center for Performing Arts will change our city forever, and the countdown begins now.